Have you ever wondered? In a massive universe that's been around for nearly 14 billion years, packed with more planets than every grain of sand on all of Earth's beaches combined, why is the only echo we hear from the endless dark absolute deafening silence? When we look past the thin veil of our atmosphere into the quiet night, what greets us isn't just a scattering of twinkling lights. It's an expanse so vast, it shatters our human concepts of space and time. The observable universe stretches across 93 billion light years. Within it, every galaxy is like a glowing speck of dust caught in a storm of light, drifting aimlessly through the boundless ocean of the void. With hundreds of billions of galaxies, and each holding hundreds of billions of stars, the odds of life sparking into existence are astronomically high. Mathematical models suggest there are billions upon billions of rocky planets orbiting in perfect Goldilocks zones, places where ancient oceans might have been rolling for billions of years, long before our own Earth even formed from the ashes of dead stars. Statistically speaking, life should be thriving in every corner of the cosmos, but listen deep into that void. Do you hear the echoes of ancient civilizations? Nothing, just a profound stillness, a chilling silence that echoes back from the deep. This is the most brutal and profound paradox human intelligence has ever faced. If the universe is truly this vast and ancient, if life is just a natural byproduct of physics and chemistry, then why, on this grand stage with billions of years of history, is humanity delivering a monologue? Were all these things created? Were all those brilliant constellations ignited, just to serve as a backdrop for our lonely sigh on a quiet rock at the edge of the Milky Way? Welcome to Exploring the Universe. Today, we are embarking on a journey to decode the Fermi Paradox, the terrifying silence of the universe, and to find the true place of life among the stars. To truly grasp the weight of this silence, we have to look at the very building blocks of reality. The universe we live in has been flowing along for about 13.8 billion years. Our solar system, on the other hand, only coalesced from a cloud of gas and dust about 4.5 billion years ago. This time, gap isn't just a physical number, it's an evolutionary abyss. Imagine if another civilization started its biological journey just 1 million years before us, a mere blink of an eye in cosmic time. Their technology and understanding would be so far beyond our imagination. It would be like modern humans looking at a colony of single-celled bacteria. Science's confidence that the universe is teeming with life isn't just baseless romanticism. It's built on a solid foundation of real data. In 1961, astronomer Frank Drake wrote down an iconic mathematical expression we now call the Drake equation. This isn't a formula to give us an exact absolute number. It's a philosophical lens. It brings together the essentials of existence: the rate of star formation, the fraction of stars with planets, the number of planets with life-supporting environments, and finally, the odds that those single-celled sparks evolve into intelligent beings, capable of beaming signals across space. For decades, we wondered if our solar system was just a rare exception in the dark. But then, a massive flood of data from the Kepler Space Telescope delivered a shocking truth. Our Milky Way galaxy is home to tens of billions of Earth-sized rocky planets sitting right in the habitable zone. That's the sweet spot where the surface temperature isn't so hot that it boils away oceans, and not so cold that it locks the seeds of life in an icy prison. What's more, spectroscopy has proven that the very elements that make us, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur, aren't exclusive to our planet. They're scattered everywhere. Chemically and statistically, the cosmic dinner table has been set for billions of years. The perfect physics, the abundant materials, and endless time are all there. This picture paints a universe that should be bustling with life, buzzing with trade signals, megastructures wrapping around stars, and fleets cruising between galaxies. And yet, when we point our massive antennas at the sky, reality gives us nothing but the static of empty space. This harsh contradiction between massive mathematical odds and a total lack of hard evidence is the bedrock of the Fermi Paradox. When the light of reason hits the edge of what we understand, we are forced to stand by helplessly as our beautiful equations collapse in the face of reality. Why does a space-time structure perfectly tuned for biochemistry refuse to nurture grand, intelligent civilizations, it's at this dark boundary that humanity's brightest minds have been forced to come up with bold and honestly terrifying theories. The first theory, carrying the quiet chill of doom, is known as the Great Filter. Imagine the development of any civilization as a journey across a fragile bridge, spanning a cosmic abyss. This filter is an absolute evolutionary roadblock, a brutal test of survival that every species must face. The most haunting question here is, did we already get lucky and pass that filter in our past? Or is that wall of death still waiting for us in the future? If the filter is ahead of us in the form of weapons of mass destruction, rogue AI, or total ecological collapse, then the silence out there is actually a massive, quiet graveyard. It's proof that countless civilizations stumbled and fell right on the doorstep of eternity. But what if they weren't destroyed? Applying game theory on a cosmic scale gives birth to a much darker scenario, the dark forest theory. Picture the universe as a deep, dark, old-growth forest. Resources are limited, and the absolute law of survival is the only rule, because the massive distances of space and time create impossible to resolve suspicion. Any advanced civilization is forced to become a silent, ghostly hunter. Any naive species foolish enough to light a fire and broadcast a brilliant signal immediately becomes a target and is wiped out. Through this cold lens, the universe isn't empty at all. It's crowded with predators, holding their breath, hiding behind the constellations. The radio silence we hear isn't a lack of life, it's the natural reflex of a deadly, quiet ecosystem. On a more humbling note, our blindness might just come from our own limited perception. We are trying to listen to the cosmos using radio waves, expecting civilizations that might be millions of years old to still use primitive, 20th century human technology. Right now, super civilizations could be communicating through quantum entanglement, by bending the fabric of space-time, or by using the vast networks of dark matter. We might not be alone, we might just be too deaf and too blind to perceive the grand symphonies playing among the stars. These dark theories aren't just academic brain games, they completely reshape the destiny of humanity. If the Great Filter is still waiting silently for us ahead, then every technological leap, every nuclear reactor we ignite could very well be a blind step leading us closer to the edge of extinction. Human survival doesn't depend on our ability to conquer the universe, but on our wisdom to restrain the brilliant powers we've just pried from the hands of nature. Even more terrifying, if the universe truly is a dark forest, then humanity's arrogance over the last century is basically species-level suicide. Those radio messages we proudly blasted into neighboring star clusters are essentially the cries of a naive child, surrounded by hidden predators. Greatness, in this case, isn't about spreading out. It's about the ability to survive, unseen. But on a deeper philosophical level, it asks the ultimate question about the meaning of consciousness. If the final fate of every galaxy is to fade into a cold, heat death, what is the point of our existence? Perhaps life and consciousness aren't just a glitch in physical probability. Maybe they are the universe's only way of perceiving its own grand and tragic beauty. We are the tiny neurons of a massive entity, struggling to spark and ignite understanding in a realm of lifeless matter.
The journey to decode the echoes from the void isn't just about scanning for cold radio signals. It's a deep look into the very soul of humanity. No matter how brutal and deafening the silence might be, our relentless desire to tear through the darkness and ask new questions is what fully defines a conscious being. Curiosity is the greatest mandate for survival, the brightest light ignited from the dust of ancient stars. Among billions of galaxies rushing aimlessly through the desolate expanse of space-time, human presence might seem incredibly fragile. We appear to be nothing more than fleeting entities, clinging to a wet rock of silicate, orbiting an ordinary yellow dwarf star. And yet, in this brief, flashing moment of existence, we are the way the universe chooses to know itself. Whether behind that dark veil lies a deadly forest forcing us to hide, or an eternal wasteland patiently waiting for us to seed it with life. The very fact that humanity is here, looking up at distant stars and wrestling with our own cosmic loneliness, is already a supreme miracle of physics. If you also carry a deep reverence for the cosmos, and a burning desire to turn the pages of reality's unsolved chronicles together. Join us by tuning into this frequency. Hit the subscribe button and leave your own contemplations in the void of the comments below. Thank you for being here with us in this vast universe. Wishing you a peaceful night under the light of ancient stars, and we will see you in the next light cycle.